Welcome to VCTV. Hi, I'm Kristina, and I'm here at the 2012 CVCA conference at the Fairmount Hotel. And I'm here with last year's chair, and you are on the CVCA's board of directors as vice president.
Correct.
So congratulations, it looks like a successful event. What do you think about it?
No, I think it's great, and I think the fundraising environment in Canada is definitely on the upswing. We're hearing a lot of the buyout funds here. Mid-market buyout funds are having great success in their current fundraising efforts. A number of venture funds have had successful fundraising efforts in the past 12 months, so I think we've come a long way from where we were a year ago.
And in terms of Canada as a whole, you're from Vancouver. We're sitting here in Montreal. Do you see any differences?
I think that when you look at the buyout space and you look at the venture space, we're talking about two somewhat different situations. In venture investing in Canada, you have highly concentrated centers of entrepreneurial talent and venture investing activity, really in and around Vancouver, southwestern Ontario, and then Montreal. I mean, those are three highly clustered areas of activity. Not to say that there isn't any outside of that. We've seen some interesting deals in Alberta, a little bit in Atlantic Canada, but the overwhelming majority of deals and talent and company concentration are in those three centers. So on the buyout side, Canada is increasingly perceived as one of the best national markets for mid-market buyouts, so mid-market companies being anywhere from enterprise value of $25 million to $250 million, and we have a number of homegrown mid-market buyout funds that are doing extraordinarily well, and I think that that's broadly based across the country, but they tend to invest fairly close regionally to where they are, not unlike their venture capital counterparts. So if you are a Tri-West and you're based in Calgary, you're investing predominantly in the three western provinces. The TorQuest would be investing much more so in central Canada, and we see that same phenomena happening in venture, where you occasionally get on a plane to do deals, but more often than not, you're trying to focus on the best deals that are within your regional market, and Canada is a great national market with concentrated activity in interesting regions.
Now, is that so with Vantage as well from Vancouver?
Vantage is focused on digital media as a sector-focused fund. So the fund's focus is really on next-generation digital media deals where information technology meets content, meets creative, and at least in terms of the firm's deals so far in Canada, they have been concentrated in Montreal and Vancouver, and a little bit in the United States. So the focus there is not geographic, but at least on the investments within Canada, they've tended to be concentrated where most of the activity is so far.
At the same time, you have some proximity to Silicon Valley, being in Vancouver. Has that helped in any way, or has that made any difference at all?
No question. I mean, we've been looking at deals down in the Silicon Valley, made one investment in the greater Seattle market, and continue to look at things down there. I think more importantly, though, that not just at a deal flow level, but at a syndication level, there is a pretty strong community of venture investors up and down the West Coast, from Vancouver through to Seattle to the Bay Area and even into Southern California when you're talking about the media industries. And that continues to be a source of strength for any of us located on the West Coast.
Well, Steve, it's been incredible speaking with you, and congratulations on the successful event.
Oh, well, you should congratulate this year's chairs. They did all the work.
Congratulations, chairs.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Welcome to VCTV. Hi, I'm Kristina, and I'm here at the 2012 CVCA conference, and I'm standing here with the Executive Director of the National Angel Organization in Canada, Bryan Watson. Nice to meet you, Bryan.
Nice to meet you as well.
So what did you think about the conference so far?
It was very good, actually. It was nice to reconnect with a lot of the folks that I hadn't seen in a little while, get a good sense of what's going on in the venture and private equity industry, some of the trends, and really just see what people are looking for right now.
What's going on with the Angel Organization?
So the Angel community is fairly vibrant right now. We've got a lot of deals going on, a lot of co-investment happening between the different angel groups. In Ontario, where our head office is based, we've just had a co-investment of about, I believe there were 5 angel groups in one investment. I believe the round was about $2.5 million. So a lot of co-investment to get to the larger round size that the entrepreneurs may need when we may not be able to get them access to early stage venture capital yet.
Now you're based out of Toronto, so these numbers, are they pan-Canadian? Are they just more central Canada?
No, we're a national organization, so we're actually in about a week or so going to be releasing our 2011 angel activity statistics. So that'll give us a snapshot of really the active visible community, the angel groups, and what they are up to. And those groups represent about 10% of the active angel population across the country. And the groups range from Thunder Bay to Grand Prairie to Halifax to Toronto to really just about everywhere in Canada. So it's a very decentralized community. There are angel investors across the country, and they're working well in groups across the country to diversify their own portfolios and invest more wisely with their peers.
Okay, but are the results secretive, or can you share some of the key highlights?
Well, I can say that the amount that angel investors in the groups invested last year compared to the 2010 numbers went up quite a bit, about $150,000 increase over the 2010 investment average. And there's lots of reasons for that, but I think it's a more organized, more robust angel community that has evolved over the last few years, and we're hoping to continue that trend.
Now, off camera, we're talking about some of the exciting events coming up in Toronto that we'll be trying our best to get out there, and I think we'll go there. So tell us about some of them on camera, please.
Yes, sure. Well, I mean, like Accelerate Montreal, there's and Founders Fuel. There are a couple groups in Toronto, namely Extreme Ventures. They've got, I don't remember the title of it. I believe it's the demo day on June 19th. So I'd certainly recommend you come out to that. A lot of the venture capital community will be there. Extreme is backed by a number of the very prominent VC funds across Canada, and they've got a lot of really good entrepreneurs and people helping create that program. And they'll be demoing, I believe it's about 25 companies on that day. So certainly something to come out for.
Definitely. We're chatting offline as well with Sunil, who's helping the organizing and just leading the initiative, and it just looks so exciting. So definitely see you out in Toronto on June 18th, 19th.
Absolutely. Look forward to it.
Thanks so much, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you very much. See you in Toronto.
See you in Toronto. Welcome to VCTV. Hi, I'm Kristina. I'm here at the 2012 CVCA conference, and we've had a fantastic 2.5 days. And we had a China panel this morning, and I bumped into Richard, who sat in on the panel. What did you think about it?
Well, that's exciting. Yeah, talk about China and the opportunity there. So that's a huge market, and I think all of the audience, really, really impressive.
Now, it's a huge market, you said. What were the numbers again?
Well, I heard a number like $55 billion a year, so that's a huge market.
What do we need to know most about China and our relations with them?
Well, three things. The first one, the market is big, everybody knows. And the second thing, it changes a lot. So every year, there's something new. So if you want to go to share, don't wait. And number three is you have to understand. Like I heard some of the panelists, they talk about localization. So you have to really, really understand everything there.
What can we do better so that we could understand better?
Well, I think the first one in Canada, the beauty of Canada is we have a huge number of Chinese and they're experts about their hometown. And number two is I think Canadian company should go to China and maybe spend a couple of years there. And number three, you have to understand, understand culture. And the good way is like maybe go there and listen and talk to people and bear in mind, try to understand the government, because everything in China is related to the government.
Now, how about when we talk about venture capital, private equity, startups? What do you see as the biggest bridge we've got to really cross to work with them in China?
Well, number one is like I've been in Canada for 5 years, and I realized like Canada right now is China is a hot topic. I remember a couple of years ago, I talk about China, nobody listened. But right now, people ask. And so there's a huge demand, I can see, for knowledge in China, about everything about China. And I think that's it.
Well, in terms of the startup technology world, and we talk about VCs, private equity, what sectors would be the most interesting if we'd like to do some type of collaborative work with China?
Well, the panels, they talk about something like the new technology and environment protection. I totally agree because there's huge market over there. And also like food, agriculture, pharmaceutical. This is all that.
Right.
The huge markets.
Now, do we have to pick up some Mandarin to go and work over there?
Well,
I know it'll help, but is it a necessary?
I don't think so because you can always find someone over there. They have education overseas and they can speak fluent English and they understand both Chinese and Western culture and they can be very loyal employees.
And where do you see it going in the near future?
Well, I have a big dream. So, I mean, that's the reason why I came to Canada to learn and to experience the culture here. And maybe I go back, I don't know. But, I mean, like, Canada is a beautiful country. China is a beautiful country.
Well, it's been great talking with you, Richard, and thanks for taking your time. And I look forward to seeing what happens.
Thank you so much, Kristina.